Hello there viewers and subscribers, this is Woodsy Man, this is Woodsy's Woodshop. This is a live edge walnut patio table, and this is my first attempt at epoxy. Yes, I'm joining the likes of Blacktail Studios and all the other thousands of YouTubers that do epoxy tables, but I'm not doing a great big river table or anything like that. No. I am filling a few small holes in this here walnut that is going to be for my friends here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, that's a bad angle. Get the shadow out of the way. Here is one. Now, I'll get my little doohickey. This one is... oh, there we go. That actually goes all the way through. So I have to tape that up. Okay. Here is a small one. Here is a larger one. So look, there's my fingers. You get a bit sort of idea of the size. A larger one there. A couple of nice ones here. I can get my finger in that one. But none of these go all the way through. So that only goes to there, only goes to there, only goes to there. That little darling, that is a nail or something. That's seriously screwed up my plane. Very unhappy about that. There's a little crease there, and I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm actually really nervous about doing this because I've never done it before. I've read the instructions from Dr. Resin, and I've got some premium mica, which is the black dye, because I'm also going to make it black. Put it in there. Black will look good, it'll match the table legs. Now the thing is, this is the underside. I'm going to fill it anyway, but I actually spoke to my client Tim and said, you know, could be interesting actually to have this on the top side, and I have sanded it to within an inch of its life and got it as flat as I can without any proper tools for doing flattening. It was pretty flat to begin with, to be honest. Let's just pop you back here. Yeah, it was pretty flat to begin with, but pretty flat ain't flat, and it took a long time to get it to this state. And this is the underside, which I've done 40 grit, 80 grit, 120, 150. So this is to 150 grit. The underside is roughed out. The underside being originally the top. But maybe this is the top. I don't know. So anyway, Dr. Resin. What do we get? We get a splatty spreader. That's good for all sorts of things. That's good for glue ups and stuff. We get some rather fetching marigolds, a bit of latex glovage. We get two, and it's not sponsored. Hey Dr. Resin, you can sponsor me if you like. What do I do? Hashtag Dr. Resin? I don't know. Made in China. Anyway, two little mixing cups, some lollipop sticks to mix it with, resin A, and you guessed it, resin B, the hardener, casting and coating epoxy resin, 1:1 mixing ratio, A to B. So obviously fill that up halfway. But how do I know how much to make? Destructions. User guide. Blah 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 blah. If you want to do 1 square foot, you do 3 ounces, but this is measured in millilitres. 1.5 ounce of resin to 1.5 ounce of hardener. So the instructions are written for the American market, I would take it. 4 square feet, 10 square feet, 16 square feet, 32 ounces of resin and 32 ounces of hardener. How many square feet is that little, is that? How many square feet? None square feet. It adheres to wood. That's good. It does not adhere to silicone, plastic tarps, backside of tape, wax paper. Mixing. Combine the components together into a larger container. Mixing the container should be about 30% bigger, blah blah blah. When mixing, you need to hold the sides tight and press the stirring sticks to the bottom. Mix smoothly, thoroughly and consistently for at least 3 minutes to avoid air bubbles. You don't want to get air bubbles, they're bad. As you begin to mix, the resins will almost immediately turn cloudy white. This represents two separate components starting to blend. As you continue to mix, the level of whiteness will begin to turn more transparent, with the end result being a completely transparent mixture, which you can see the bottom of the container. Mixing must continue until all signs of cloudiness and hazy lines have completely disappeared. Some air bubbles are normal. Do not whip it. Whipping the mixture will result in numerous tiny air bubbles, which will turn the epoxy completely white with bubbles. This can result in air bubbles remaining in the cured product. Pour it over. Don't be scared, it says. It's always reassuring when they say don't be scared, isn't it? It'll start to level on its own and you can spread it around into place. Let the resin run over the edges and then just use a brush to tidy it up. Wait about 2 minutes. Then use an artist torch, kitchen torch, lighter. I have got a lighter. Or straw, toothpick. You can pop the bubbles with a straw to remove any air bubbles. Keep checking in the next 1 to 2 hours. It needs to be in a dust-free space for several hours while it cures. Now, my wood shop is very dusty, but I have let it settle for 2 days, and I've hoovered the top of this bench, so it's as dust-free as I'm going to get. Multiple coats, blah blah blah. Beginner's notes. Ooh. When applied correctly, our product will produce professional results. Oh yeah. So if it goes wrong, it's your fault. Okay, fine. Take your time to review some of the important problems. Very important! To avoid most of these kind of problems, you should always do a trial with the product to ensure proper understanding of how to mix and apply. I'm not going to do that. Always make sure your mixing container is clean. Clean. And your measuring cup is accurate. This product requires that you mix at a 1-to-1 ratio by volume. Any variances from this ratio will cause your epoxy to never completely cure. Thorough mixing, in caps, is the most important part of the procedure. Yeah, get that. Do not whip. Always scrape the sides while pouring the epoxy onto the surface. Never scrape or brush the sides or the bottom of the container you just mixed in to remove every last drop. No matter how thoroughly you may have mixed, there will always be unmixed portions stuck. So don't scrape it out. Good tip. Just pour. Don't scrape, just pour. While pouring the epoxy onto the surface, never scrape or brush the sides. Oh, I've done that bit. Never leave the epoxy in your bucket, blah, 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 blah. Right. Mix it out really well, pour it in. But there's an added wrinkle, isn't there? Because I have mica. Shall we take a look at the mica? I'm going to be careful because I don't. Is this like photocopy a toner? Is that what this is going to be like? Ooh. Ooh, it's kind of glittery. How much do you use? Are there any destructions on this? No. Do not eat! Do not inhale, keep out of reach of children, store in a cool, dry place. Cosmetic grade, non-toxic, gentle on skin. Well, it's non-toxic, so I can eat it. Maybe. Right. I suppose I just got to go for it, right? Should I do it time lapse, or do you want to watch me just do this in real time? I could speed it up if it gets boring, so I'll do it in real time. I'm going to do 40 and 40 to make 80. That looks like a lot to me. So doing 2 batches. And then I've got to get the same amount of this every time. Better to do too much than too little. Pour, 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 pour. See, that looks like quite a lot. Quite a big gap there. Should I do 50 and 50? Make it up to 100. No, it'd be too much. I'm going to do 40 and 40. I'm just worried it'll get too near the top of the container and spill out everywhere. The containers are a bit cloudy, look, so Got to be aware of that when I'm mixing. So we'll do, and then as we add the mica, we've got to count it, and then remember that it's going to be 80, and we count it. Right. First job though, is I've got to seal this, because this does go through. So this hole down here, that goes through. So I'm going to seal that. So I am going to put you off to one side and put you on time lapse, and then we'll do some mixing. Found it. All right. Okay. Got some good tape. Gorilla. It's just a crack there, so I'll just go like that. That should stop it. Let's just put another couple of bits there. Okay. All right. Well, you just got to go for it, right? So, I only need one, and I'm going to do 40 and 40. So 40 of Dr. Resin. Oh, look. I hate these things. In. So 40 Dr. Resin. Ooh, seems like a lot. Stop, stop, stop. That is spot on. One more drip. There we go. Lid on. Tight, 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 tight. Set it aside. And now go up to 80 on the hardener. Oh, don't shake it. You can get bubbles in it. There's almost no bubbles in that at the moment. Don't know why I shook this, but oh well. Bin. Oh Jesus. There we go. It's off. Bin. Right, up to 80. Sorry if you can't see this, but I need to see it. Mix, 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 mix. Oh, a little bit of hardener on the outside there, but it's okay, we're in. Now, we will go with, I've got time, it's not like super glue, it doesn't go off immediately. We'll go with one sort of sciencey spatula full. I used to be a scientist, so let's, one, yeah, one. We'll see what that does. Here we go. Back the other way. Wow, it's certainly dark. Just going to keep stirring this for ages and ages. It looks actually looks amazing. It's got all that sort of glittery stuff in. Do I need another one? Ooh, got some on me. It's all right. Doesn't matter. Okay, I would say that's definitely enough. Yeah, it's definitely enough mica. course I can't see if it's cloudy or transparent because I've got the mica in it. Maybe I should have mixed it and then added the mica. Maybe. I mean, you know, a little bit of background on me. I'm a scientist. Oh yeah, degree in biology. Biological sciences, to be precise. So these are not my first latex gloves. Oh no. It's the first time I've done anything with epoxy, but I've mixed a few compounds together. I've done a little bit of fruit fly breeding, mutation measuring, DNA splicing, with different, what were they called? It's a long time ago now. It's nearly 30 years since I was at university. Damn. Anyway, is that interesting? A little bit of background. So, you know, I've mixed some stuff together before. Pretty solid mixer. I'm going to keep going. What time is it now? 19:19. It's 20 past 7. So shall I give it 10 minutes? Could have been good. Ray Winston, good choice. Anywho, does that look alright to you? I mean, it looks alright to me. And no bubbles. So do I go and see the new film? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Let's make sure you get a good shot of this. That's as close as I can get you, sorry. So I will just leave my stick in and I'm just going to pour. It's quite deep, this one. I'm just going to let that sink in. Might have to make some more. Just going to move that over a little bit into there and into there. So that needs a little bit more. Yeah. Ooh, I changed my mind there for a second. That is good for me. I think we'll be alright. Let me put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Where are they? Over there. Okay, let's move down here. I'm just going to move my light as well. Okay. That light's no good. There we go. I mean, that's fine. I think I've mixed way too much now. Does that, I mean, let me just give it a prod, see if it needs encouragement to work down into the crack. Does it? Not really. Okay, I've over poured that one then. But that's alright, it'll set and then I sand it back and all these little, oh look, it's all dribbling. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Can you see all right? Alright, here we go. And this one? Yep. I'm glad I didn't do 100. Get in that crack, you. And down there. Ooh. I'm just going to give it a bit of a prod with my old stick. Yeah, good job. Yeah, look. See, that needed a bubble to come out. There was a bubble at the bottom. Ooh, I just saw a big bubble pop here. Ooh, and another one. You watch here, there's bubbles popping. Which I guess is a good thing. Oh, I don't know. And I've got it everywhere. But it's alright, it sands off. It sands off. Okay, I'm going to leave that one and I'm going to go round to the other side and do that one. And then I've got a load of wasted stuff, although more is required there. So hang on a sec. Just got to pour a little bit more in there because that's just sunk down. Yeah, boy, that looks alright. Now this one. Very sort of shallow, this one, really, but we'll go for it anyway. And you know what? I've just had a thought. Oh, I'm liking this so much, and I've got so much left over. What if I do? What if I do this? If I tape that under there and pour the rest in there. Mr. Woods, I do declare, you're a genius. Tape. Let's just pull it this way a bit. I can really see what I'm doing. I'm just putting tape on the bottom here, that's all. Oh, it's sticky. Sticky tape. Fall over. Oh, right. There's a little bit of glue there I want to sort of get rid of. It's tough. But it's all right. That'll do. Right, let's keep going. Just got to tape up the sides now. Okay, pouring cream. If this doesn't work, I can cut it off. It's fine. Excuse me. However, if this does work, I am a freaking genius. Still got loads left. Bubbles appearing. That's okay. Ooh. Windy pops. Alright. Well, a bit messy. I'll try and improve that. But we are epoxied. So put some on there. Nah, leave that. Ooh, a little bit more needed here. Just to bring that level up. Amazing how much it settles. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one, look at that. That's really settled out. Eek. Oh my goodness. Get out of the light, mister. Yeah, look. And there we go. So I'll come back in a few minutes, just check for bubbles, of which there are a few, but they're popping. Okay, I have a lighter. So let's get you in nice and close. And in a place where you can see the tiny dots, because this does work. That takes the little dots off the top. There's more here. Oh my god, it works. That one's alright. Let's go around here. Down here, let's go to the arse crack, we'll call it. Wow, it's looking good though. Just takes all those fine little bits off, little bubbles off. And finally, you boy. Oh, oh! I've got epoxy on the end of this, and it's gone sticky already, and nearly stuck to that there. Anyway, burn, 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 burn the hippie. There's another quote. I do a lot of quotes. See if you can spot any of them. Put them in the comments. Burn the hippie. There we go. My first ever epoxy adventure, and like I said, I've got loads left. I could do loads more. hardener and resin, and the tiniest amount of mica. Perhaps I could have put a bit more in. It's quite see-through, but I think that's just because it's thin on top. Like my friend Tim. Oh, he has a fine head of hair. Yeah, so I'm excited. It's great. Okay, bye. End of ep. Bye bye.